Trying out my new phone here. I got the Droid Turbo 2, and wanted to record a new tutorial video for you guys. This one is for Sorry About That by Alkaline Trio. Yeah, this is being recorded with the front-facing cam of the Droid Turbo 2. I'll tag it in the video. I don't know if I'm going to start doing gear reviews. Someone gave me the idea to. Might as well kill two birds with one stone. Help some people and find some kind of entertainment from it. I don't know. Alright. If I have a bunch of jump cuts in this, like one of these, then I'm really sorry. If that bothers you, I mean. If it doesn't bother you, I don't really care. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and do this tutorial. Now, I'll preface by saying the guitar is in standard tuning. I don't normally do that. I like having it half step down, whatever, but a lot of people don't like breaking out of standard tuning for whatever reason. I used to be one of those people. Now I love it. I will never go back for any reason except to do these videos for you. So, I hope someone is thankful, because fuck. So, some things to say about this tune. It's very similar to Blue in the Face and If You Had a Bad Time, in that it's got a similar pattern with the... because Blue in the Face is like... And If You Had a Bad Time, well, I already covered that in the other video, so you'll have to watch that. Thank you very much for the views. So yeah, I'm going to go through this. I'm just going to play through it in standard tuning, the way that you will probably be playing through it if you're playing and learning along. Now, for some people, that's enough to learn the song. If it is enough for you, great. I'm very happy for you. Enjoy yourself. I hope that you gain something from this. Give me some constructive criticism about my framing, how you would like to see the neck better, if you want me to put more light on myself. I know that it's dim as shit in here right now. I am also sorry that I swear a lot. It's just something I do. If you don't like it, I'm sure there's another tutorial video you can go to. Only there probably isn't. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and play the song. Then I'm going to break down the parts. Then I'm going to play it the way that I would play it, with a capo, wherever the hell I please. And, yeah, it's probably going to end up being around 20 minutes, especially because I fucking rambled again. But, hope that someone enjoys this. Hope someone gets something out of this. Valhalla, here we go. It hasn't been that long since we drank to the sunset until it was gone, and down with it went our pain and fear as we slowly broke contact more and more with every beer. We passed out in each other's arms, both admitting we'd never felt better, never felt so warm, but awoke in each other's eyes without wearing a stitch of clothing. We were both deeply in disguise, and maybe I just set aside the fact that you were broken hearted in my own special selfish way. And if I hadn't set aside the fact that you were broken hearted, hell knows where your heart would be today. Maybe be with me. Maybe with me. Now it seems that it's been so long that we kissed through the darkness until it was dawn, and up with it came our painted fear that we'd already lost each other. We both knew that the end was near, and maybe I just set aside the fact that you were broken hearted in my own special selfish way. And if I hadn't set aside the fact that you were broken hearted, hell knows where your heart would be today. Maybe with me. 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 All right, so here we are. If you've made it this far, it means that you might want a little bit more help, info on how I played that. You couldn't see well enough. Well, great things, great here. I zoomed my camera in so you can see better. Obviously, you have figured that out by now. I need to make a note that I am using an external microphone, not the one on my phone, just because my phone is perched on my laptop, and all you would hear is fan noise. I could probably just show you what I mean right here. But yeah, so I'm going to start doing my job now, because I said I would teach people how to play this. So we start the song off. If you've ever played the song Fine, it goes... So we start on that same chord. It starts with the middle finger on the D string on the 7th fret. And the pointer finger, or the index finger, if you're not an idiot like me, on the 6th fret of the G string. Pretty chord. It's an A chord. It's some sort of A chord. It's an A sus4, I think. But yeah. So we play that. I like to mute the E string, this one up here. I like to mute it with my my thumb, and just because it doesn't always sound great. Yeah, see? So I like to mute it with my thumb while I'm playing. And we're going to do a little hammer on and pull off with our ring finger. So, did you see that? So, the hammer on and pull off is going to be on the 7th fret of the G string with our ring finger. So we go. Alright, so we do the hammer on and pull off, and we move our two fingers up one string each. So we go from our middle finger being on the 7th fret of the D to being on the 7th fret of the A. And the same thing goes for the index finger. We go from the G to the 6 on the D. And at this point, it's fine to play the E string because it's supposed to be an open E chord, like, not E chord, but you know what I mean. But yeah, so gonna do another hammer-on, the same exact pattern that we did before, or shape that we did before. But this one we don't lift up because we switch into a power chord. That's a D power chord. So, let me just show you what I did there. So, I started off with the first chord, so let's go. The D power chord, 5, 7, 7, A, D, G, 5, 7, 7. I lifted up my you see my index finger here. I like to do a kind of mute on these top strings, but then I like them to ring, so I go. It hasn't been that long since we drank to the sunset until it was gone, and up with it came. See, I fuck up the words all the time when I do that, but you will too, I hope. I hope I'm not the only idiot in the world. What we're gonna do now is we're just gonna skip, because that is the same exact thing for the whole verse. If the rhythm varies, then you kind of have to figure that out yourself. I'm pretty sure it does. At some point, probably in the break between the verse, the first stanza and the second stanza of the first verse. So the next part, we will go. What I do is it's right before the chorus. The last time you played this D power chord, I go. So what I do is I go. I just play that, and then I let my index finger off, and I go down to an A sus4, which is just. It might be an A sus2. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm terrible at this. So, it's just the middle finger and the ring finger. But really, it doesn't matter which finger, because I tend to play my D power chords, all my power chords for that matter, I tend to play with my index, ring, and pinky fingers. So what that means is, when I slide down, I do it with these two fingers, see? So, you just play that same shape. It's just the second fret on the D and on the G. And we go. Maybe we go up to the 4th, the 6th, and the 6th. Power chord again. Just set aside. We go to the 2nd, 4th, and 4th on the E, A, and D. The fact that you were broken hearted. So what that is, it's an E chord, just, you know, middle finger on the 2nd of the A, ring finger on the 2nd of the D, pointer finger, index finger on the 1st fret of the G. And what we do there is we hammer on with our pinky finger, the one finger we have left. It's the only finger I have left. And we just... You hear that? The fact that you were broken hearted. It's a simple little hammer on there. It works really well. If you can't do it yet, it's fine. Instead of that, what I like to sometimes I get an injury on my pinky finger. I do a lot of work with small computer parts, and they're sharp as hell. So sometimes I get an injury on that finger. And what I do instead is I just do a slide. So I go. So you can do either. Doesn't really matter which. Do whatever suits you best. The fact that you were broken hearted in my own special. So we go back to the A sus2, sus4, I don't know, call it what you want. In my own spread, we go back to a D power chord, which is the 5th, 7th, and 7th. Special selfish way. That's an E power chord. 799. Way. Then we do this really cool little breakdown kind of deal. So what we do is we push. This is only 2 fingers this time. 2 fingers. Two fingers this time. I'm really good at counting, guys. I swear. We're gonna use the index and the ring. So it's gonna be the same basic like place as the D power chord, but we're not. I don't want to hear. You don't want to hear. No one wants to hear. Your grandma doesn't want to hear it, even if especially if she's dead, she doesn't want to hear it. None of them want to hear that D string ever during this chord. We're gonna just do that same shape. So what that is it's just you go down 1 fret with both fingers and then you skip a fret. So you go back down to the A sus2. I'm just gonna go with sus2. I think it's a sus2. Oh, but the biggest thing, like I said, I'm gonna just drill this one more time. All you gotta do is you push down with the tip of your index finger, and you want to just push lightly with the pad of it. Let me see if I can get it close enough so you can see that. You push just lightly enough on that D string that you don't hear it. You don't want to hear that. And if you play it hard enough, it won't sound like shit. If you play it like this, it sounds awful. So don't do it. Alright. So then you just do the same thing through again for the chorus. And if I didn't set aside the fact that you were broken hearted, hell knows where your heart would be today. Maybe with me. And then we go back to our intro. Maybe with me. And then sometimes I just get kind of crazy and I go. I just play it open. You don't have to do that. I'm an idiot. Well, it seems that it's been so long. So it's the same exact pattern for the second verse, and then we go into the chorus. It's the same pattern, but when we get to the end of it, and if I hadn't set aside the fact that you were broken hearted, hell knows where your heart would be today. Maybe with me. We go into this. So let me break that down. So what this is it's just the same as the opening chord, but we do a little embellishment here. So we're gonna play that. I kind of tend to mute these two at the end because I feel like it's got to be a little bit more subdued to close the song out. You don't have to do that if you don't want to do it. Like I said, I really don't care what personal flair you decide to put on it. Just be awesome. Okay. So all I'm doing is I'm just putting my pinky finger on the 9th fret of the D string. So I'd never pick up either of these 2 fingers. The biggest secret I will ever give you for any of these songs is that like 90% of the time when you're doing a hammer-on and a pull-off, or when you're switching around chords, you don't have to move most of your fingers. You can leave them where they are or in the shape that they're in, and it'll still sound and it'll still sound amazing. It'll look even better, and actually it'll sound better than it did if you were just fucking doing a bunch of weird shit. You don't have to do that. You just keep your hands in the same shape. What are you doing? Calm down. All right. So. So all I'm doing is. Maybe with me. That's an E power chord, 799. Maybe with me. Maybe with me. Go down to a D power chord. Maybe with me. Maybe with me. Maybe with me. You don't have to sound like an asshole like me either. You can sing it well. But that little breakdown is the same as the one in the earlier in the song. I just like to do a little pause there. You also don't have to do that. I'm pretty sure that that's like the first and last time, or the first time that I've ever done that little pause. So that's the song. It's very simple. I took 16 minutes to teach you how to play it in this round. Now I'm just going to go and I'm going to find a capo. I'm going to put it in a great place. We're going to do some great things. Hope I wasn't too much of a dick in this video. If you liked it, like the video. If you think your friends could use it, share the video. If you want to see videos similar to this one, subscribe. Thank you very much. Take it easy, guys. It hasn't been that long since we drank to the sunset until it was gone, and down with it went our pain and fear as we slowly broke contact. More and more with every beat, we passed out in each other's arms, both admitting we'd never felt better, never felt so warm. But I woke in each other's eyes without wearing a stitch of clothing. We were both deeply in disguise, and maybe I just set aside the fact that you were broken hearted in my own special selfish way. And if I hadn't set aside the fact that you were broken hearted, how knows where your heart would be today. Maybe with me. Maybe with me. That it's been so long since we kissed through the darkness until it was dawn, and up with it came our pain and fear that we already lost each other. We both knew that the end was near, and maybe I just set aside the fact that you were broken hearted in my own special selfish way. And if I hadn't set aside the fact that you were broken hearted, hell knows where your heart would be today. Maybe with me, maybe with me, maybe with me, maybe with me. Maybe with me, maybe with me. There you have it. Sorry about that.